one final time here at Arizona Speedway. And the green flag flies. Jacob Stripe must have missed the call, so he's going to fall back a few spots higher off the initial restart going into turn number 1. Out front, Ross Krajak, though, he will take away the race lead from the 16A of Adam Nichols, who's now going to have a hard charge from the 87 Jag of John Gary. Gary down the inside. Nichols, that car almost washed up the racetrack, able to get it back underneath him here, but not before Don Berner sneaks by for third. Krajak does lead lap number 1, followed by John Gary with Don Berner in that third spot. Then it's Jim Hawk getting a little pressure from behind in the number 16. He pulls up to the inside of Adam Nichols. Also got a little help there from the 28 machine of Jacob Mabbitt. One car spins around off of turn 2. Oh, and contact there.
Coming off of 2, yellow bottom.
Wow, the 27M of Cameron Mabbitt spun around for turn number 2. The 77 of Brandon Davenport. And the green flag will fly once again here on the field as they come roaring to life off of turn at number 2. Cameron Mabbitt also coming back on the racetrack. So the field off of turn number 4 rages on with Ross Krajak, your race leader. Don Burns moved into the second spot over John Gary. Toby Wibito right now looking to the inside of Gary. That's battle for third on track with Wibito down the inside. He'll take that position away. One car around. It's the 16B, I believe, Randy Booth. See if he gets it refired. Lets the field go by. Looking for... didn't quite get her started, so 2 laps are down. Ross Krajak, the man out front. Don Berner, Toby Wibito, second and third on track. Green flag will fly. We're back underway. And Don Berner has a stronghold that second spot with Jim Hawk, the man on the move right now in the 16. He restarted outside the top 5. Right now he's battling Toby Wibito for third. Off of turn number 4 they come. Toby Wibito has that third spot. Jim Hawk on the top side of the racetrack trying to make something happen. And right behind him, watch out for the 5 of Caleb Woolery as we got one car spun around in turn number 4. He gets the car refired. Another car spun around as well.
Yellow, bottom 3 and 4. Yellow.
Green flag in the air. So the field tries to race their way off of turn number 2. John Gary gets a little help there from the 5 of Caleb Woolery and goes around. Looks like he's going to be able to come back on the racetrack. Everybody stays clear of that as we'll get the lap in here. As another car spins around for turn number 4, it's Mabbitt once again. Cameron Mabbitt, the 27M. See if he gets it refired. As the leaders come off of turn number 2, Cameron Mabbitt and the 27M does not get refired. But that will be his night, his second yellow. Four cautions and 4 laps. Let's see if we can get something going here, boys. Put some laps together. As Ross Krajak leads the field off of turn number 4, there will be Don Berner in second. They went 3 wide there for the 4th spot. Toby Wibbitt on the inside with Jacob Mabbitt trying to push him out of the way. Jacob Strite is in that 3rd spot. Now they're going to be wadded up. 4-car battle right there for 3rd. Jim Hawk around the outside of Wibito and Mabbitt. Now he's going to look at the outside of the 13 of Strite as well. 1 car almost whipped it around. That's 25 of Wibito. He got back on the minors though as 1776 of James Guile almost made contact with the wall. 1 car to keep an eye on for. We'll start this restart in the 11th spot. The 5 of Caleb Woolery. That station wagon, the number 5, the black car. Usually likes the high line as 1 car spins off track down the infield. No harm, no foul for turn number 2. A lot of squirrels out there in this Bomber main event. Right now being led by Ross Krajak and Don Berner. As Bomber Don right now starting to put the pressure on that 51R of Krajak. They work their way off of turn number 4. Little lap car in the way. The 0-3 of Preston Reed. They'll make quick work of him, put him one lap down. As Preston Reed right now taking away that line from Jim Hawk back there in the third spot. That's going to work as a pick there for the 28 of Jacob Mabbitt. And Jacob Strite couldn't quite take advantage of it, though, over Jim Hawk. So they stay side by side for fourth. Don Berner now starting to come to life in the number 14. Looks to the inside of the 51 of Krajak. Couldn't do anything with him off of turn number 2. Going to give it another look-see-loo here going into turn number 3. One car spins around. He's down the infield. Jacob Strite. Looks like his night's done. Stuck the landing, did Jacob. Won't be here to finish her off. As Berner works over Krajak once again. It's about one car length the advantage now. Krajak has over Don Berner. He's able to get out to a pretty good run off of turn number 4 as Jim Hawk beating and banging off the wall for turn number 2. Not going to help him at all. See, he was running inside the top 5. Now he's well outside the top 5. One car coming to life, though, is the 8UD of Matt Guile. Matt Guile running in the 4th spot. Had to start all the way in the back. 24th by virtue of winning the last main event here at Arizona Speedway. He's won them back-to-back as Caleb Worley and Toby Wibito make contact off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Wibito gets back in the throttle. So does Worley. We stay green. And Wibito splitting it right there in the 8 HD. Brett Larn sneaks by Toby Wibito in the 25. They just came off of turn 2, collided. No harm, no foul. They both got going again, but lost a few spots there on the racetrack. As we try to pick up the leader, he's going into turn number 1. Race leader, it is Ross Krajak. In second, it's Don Berner. Those two drivers run nose to tail, about 9 car lengths ahead of the 28 of Jacob Mabbitt. Down the back straightaway, Megan Ray and Shane Heisen right now. Last cars on the lead lap, and looks like Ross Krajak going to go all the way down the bottom to get past Megan Ray and Heisen. He does that. Megan Ray falls right in line ahead of Don Berner, who might have helped move her out of the way. Now Ray and Berner make contact. They both go off the track. Don Berner from second has fallen back to 6. Gets back on the racetrack, though. Does Don Berner? Megan Ray, not so much. Berner tried to get to the inside of the 62 of Ray to challenge Krajak for the lead. Ends up making contact, got spun around as Ray crowded the 14 off of turn number 2, and Don Berner scored in 6th that lap, so lost 4 spots, still though on the racetrack with 10 laps to go. Ross Krajak still leading this thing, and now he has a bunch of clear racetrack ahead of him as he works his way past Preston Reed one more time. Jacob Mabbitt in the 28 trying to hold off Matt Guile. Now that's a battle for second on the racetrack. They go into turn number 3. Off of turn number 4, Jacob Mabbitt and Matt Guile down low on the racetrack. It's Mabbitt going to lead him up past Preston Reed. They go 3 wide behind him there as a couple other cars get past the 0-3 machine of Reed, but Mabbitt and Guile second and third right now as Ross Krajak kind of knotted up behind Toby Wibito and Josh Monday. That's a... See right now the cars in his rearview mirror getting bigger and bigger, and Jacob Mabbitt and Matt Guile started this race back in 24th, did the 8UD of Guile, and here he is battling the 28 of Mabbitt for second. One car around, yellow flag will fly off the bottom of turn number 4. Green flag's in the air, 7 laps to go. Here in this one, we'll see if Ross Krajak can hang on. As Matt Guile and Jacob Mabbitt continue side by side, that's allowing Ross Krajak to get out to a pretty sizable lead. He's up 5 car lengths over this battle for second, with Mabbitt still on the inside of Guile. Guile coming around the outside now of Mabbitt. Can't quite do anything. A little slip up there for turn number 4. That allows Mabbitt to drive away from the 8UD of Guile. Here comes Jim Hawk in the 16 as well. Jim Hawk in to the 3rd position over the 8UD into turn number 3. As Matt Guile, the car's a little squirrely going into turn number 3. He's lost a couple of spots on the restart and falling back to the 4th position. Then behind them, they almost went 3 wide for the 5th spot. Actually, they will go 3 wide with Hughes, James Guile, and Don Berner. James Guile and Rick Hughes made a little contact and opened up the door on the inside for Don Berner. Bomber Don down the inside as James Guile and Rick Hughes continue their battle. He's crowned the hell out of that number 7 machine is James Guile. Couldn't quite hang on to it off of turn number 4. I believe he might have a flat tire on that car. Yeah, right rear flat on the 1776 America car for James Guile. So that's going to move him all the way down to the tail end of the field. He'll come off the racetrack as well, I believe, off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. It's Ross Krajak, your race leader, over Jacob Mabbitt. Jim Hawk in the 3rd spot. Matt Guile now in 4th. Don Berner is 5th. Rick Hughes goes all the way up to the top side of the racetrack. And that's 6th position, but might be a little too late as 2 laps to go. Can Ross Krajak hang on? So the driver, I believe, earlier this year was up on his lid at one point in the 51R, or last year. They all kind of run together right now in 2020, but the white flag will come out for the 51R of Krajak. He has a pretty good advantage right now over Jacob Mabbitt by 5 car lengths. Nobody in front of the 51R as well. So we'll lead him into turn number 3. One final time off of turn number 4. Checker flag. It's in the air, and it will go to Ross Krajak here tonight. Got to put the hat on. Ross Krajak, your main event winner here tonight for the Robert Horne Ford Bombers. Water, hugs, and kisses. Main event winner as well, Ross. Man, it's been one of those up and down, last couple of years really for you here. I noticed earlier during the heat race, looks like you chromed out the wheels there with that blue chrome paint. And I said, that's probably going to add a little speed to them. You had it hooked up here tonight.
Yeah, I got to thank Richard Bennett for the wheels. Really, everything he does for my racing, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. I got to thank my dad for getting me into racing, my whole family, my girlfriend, all my sponsors, DryStar, Construction and Restoration, CarQuest Auto Parts on Main, Mike's Papa Red's Tires, Arizona Vinyl Works, just everybody that makes this happen, man. I can't believe it.
Hey, man, good run for you here tonight. In 2 weeks, you got to start in the back now.
Yeah, I'm up for the challenge, man. I've done it before.
All right, Ross Krajak ends out the evening here in Santan Ford Victory Lane.